This is my friend,
Grace.
Like Grace from above.
We're here today to do a round 2 of my crazy clubbing stories because shit always happens to me and she's here to witness so that you guys know I'm not like lying about this shit.
Shit goes down.
This is all stuff that has happened while we're in the same place.
So let's do the each man for himself story.
Okay, the each man for themselves story. So this is a story where me and this lady right here, we went to the club and we were like doing our thing. We were like, okay, we're gonna stick together. We got each other's back. And like this one random ass guy just comes and he won't stop hollering. He's just like, yo, like every time we go anywhere, his face is like here.
I'd like to
like
add,
between us.
He's hollering to her, not me. Not
No,
me.
both
I'm
of us.
just-
Whoever
no.
responded to him. His face would like show up right here. Me and her would just be like, and then she would be like, yeah, I'm not about this. All of a sudden, like, what his friend grabs her.
Oh.
And then I go, every man for themselves. And I like do like track and field across the club. I like cross country.
She ditched
all
me
the way.
with 2 dudes. 2, not 1. 2 now.
The other one like wouldn't let go of her.
I think we need to get our thoughts organized.
Our other friend, she was
she was there.
She was at the bar, and then she was like, "Where's Grace?" And
Hi,
I was
Kitty.
like, I left her like with these 2 random guys, and she's like, she comes back and she's so pissed, and she's like, "Yo, from now on, it's every man for themselves." So for the rest of that night, we just like both like cross countryed across the club. Whenever any guy came up to us, we would just be like, "No, we don't got each other." So yeah, that's story number 1. No, we're talking about. Should we change his name or should we say? What if he finds this video?
I don't want to call him God either. I don't want to call him Jesus.
Because
Jose. Let's call him Jose.
So, this story is about...
It's like the same night. So our friend had a birthday there. Grace and I went to 5th, and then we were like, oh, 5th is the name of the club. So we went there, and then my friend was like, oh, I have a booth. It's right there. So at the end of the night, I was really tired, so I grabbed her, and I'm like, let's go to the booth. And she's really reluctant, and I'm like, whatever. So I sit down, and I'm like, oh, that guy's kind of cute. Like, there's a guy sitting in the booth, and I'm like, that's her friend. And
So we're sitting there at the booth, and he's all of a sudden interested in us both, and obviously he's interested in this one here because I'm just done for the night.
he asked us, are you Korean? Everyone asks, are you Korean? Is that a thing at a club? Like, are you Korean?
No!
Okay.
No, he asked me, I remember what he said. He was like, oh, how old are you and your friend? And then Amy, I think Amy, you were like 22 or something, and then she told him I was 20. She said she was 22. He's like, oh, you're so young. And then I was done. I was just, no more.
Okay,
So
and then he was like, oh, can I have your number? And I was like, no. And then after he was just like, oh, can I have your friend's number?
It's my mom. Let me check.
Oh my gosh.
I was just checking myself out in the mirror.
He's like, can I have your friend's number? And then after he was like, oh, can I kiss you? I was
I
like,
got it from here. She just said no to all his advances. So what does she do? She tries to get out of the situation. He goes, there's a bottle of Jack Daniels.
you missed it, you missed it.
Oh.
He was like, can I kiss you? And I was like, no, but my friend will kiss you.
What? Oh yeah. Threw me under the bus part 2.
Grace was like, what? What'd you say? There's a bottle of Jack Daniels, like a whole bottle. And he's like, I'll drink this whole thing if you give me your number.
Oh my! And he was already like drunk and like shaking.
He, like, tried
his
to-
hand was like trying to like uncap it, and he was like shaking like this. It was like
Yeah, he tried to like, he was like, ugh.
Yeah.
And he couldn't do
Oh.
it. And then after, like, I don't know why, I ended up giving him my number anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next morning, he's like, good morning, hello. And he like WeChatted me.
So here's the punchline. All right, he's my mom's friend's son from church. Hallelujah.
Doesn't your mom's friend always say like, oh, he's such a good boy?
Oh, of course. Yeah, my mom comes home, like, after she goes to her, like, party with her friends, and she comes home, she's like, her son did this, her son is this, her son is this. No. And I told my mom, because me and my mom were, like, completely, like, open with each other. I told my mom, like, he hit on Amy in, like, 5 seconds that Amy sat down. Amy sat down, and he was like, I like you. I love you. Let's get married. Oh, yeah. Can I stick my tongue down your throat? Like, it was just 5 seconds. And he's from my church. So if you're watching, hey!
His name's Jose, but not really. The next story is the hand make-outer. Okay, so there's this one guy, and again, he was like, are you Korean? And
No!
I was like, no, but my friend is. And she was like, no! In his face, and he was like, all right. And then after, like, we were tired, so my hand was on the couch, and his hand, like, went over the couch, and then
Right on top.
like, right this, and then I was like, whoa, and then he was like,
your hand is so soft. And then she needs to get an STD test done. No, not even STD.
On my hand.
What is that saliva transmitted shit? You can get AIDS that way. No, you can't. This is not an open wound.
Second last one is the second funniest one. The bouncer.
Oh, what? And you never expect this from bouncers, because bouncers are the dudes
This is
that,
a
like,
long
got
story,
you.
actually. This is a long
They
story.
got you when you're drunk. When you're drunk, they, like, escort you out, man. You have had too many drinks. Like, get in the taxi, go home, and they're, like, the good guys, relatively speaking. Oh, my God.
It was like 1:59, and I was just like, girl, I need to go sit down because I'm tired. So her and my other friend Vanessa, you've seen her in my videos before, they go back into the dance floor. You can let them know what happens in the dance floor.
Let's say this is story 4.5, because this is like a side story while Amy is resting, or we thought she was resting. So me and Vanessa, we walk into the dancing area, and it's like super crowded. But can I just tell you, this club, after 2 p.m., or like right when the clock hits 2, bam, drop zone. The dudes go from like level 9.5 to like -5. And then the DJs, they play songs so that you know from like 10, like you be jamming, and then the last at 2 o'clock, bam, the only song you know is Black Widow. And guess what? We're all dancing in a circle. Some kid shat. Okay, what is it? A shart? Like a
He shart,
shit
he
art.
shart.
Like a shit fart. Oh my god, it was so gross, and we're trying to leave. Me and Vanessa are trying to push our way, like trying not to vomit. Like, if this is a crowd, we're trying to get through like this. No one is letting us out. Let me out, let me out, let me out. No. So we managed to push through, and then let me just lead into her story. I checked my phone at that ideal moment. And all I see from Amy, because this chick is badass. She is a chick you don't want to mess with on the block. All I see from her is a message, help, ... That gave me the motivation to like bust through this crowd and just like pull on Vanessa's arm, like, we're going. Like, Amy needs help and she's the baddest bitch ever.
While this is all happening, I'm on the couch and I'm like this. I'm sitting like...
Oh god.
We have a second camera because our first camera cut out on us. Thanks, bitch. He put his big black hand there and he was just like, yo, you know I'm a bouncer here, right? And I was like...
Wrong thing to say, mate.
So I go back in and he goes, yo. Let me cut to the chase. I like you. You got a boyfriend? And I was like, yeah, I do. He made like the ugliest face. Like he just like swallowed a lemon and he was like...
But he was pretty classy with the response because story 4.9, this other guy, Amy, that was like all about Amy, because this girl, she's a party animal, yo. When she's up in the club, yo, she's got it. But he comes up to Amy, he goes, yo, hey, you got a boyfriend? And Amy says,
Yeah,
yeah,
I do.
And then he keeps dancing up on her and he goes, your boyfriend approves.
Girl, please. The last story is like the great finale. This is like the funniest story of life. So it is like 2:30 a.m. and we are both so tired. We're like in the car. Vanessa's driving and she's like on her phone, like one hand on the wheel. Like the car's on and she's just like playing like whatever. She's just like this.
No, this is the layout of the car. We're all bush tired at 2:30. Vanessa's driving. Amy's in the passenger side. I'm sitting in the back. Yes.
So I'm sitting like this against the wall, like the window, and she's like in the back by herself. And then we hear her whisper. She's like, guys, the guy beside us is jacking off. So me and Vanessa are like, whatever, Grace. Like, no, he's not. And after, like, it gets more frantic, and you're like, guys, the guy beside us is jacking off. I look over and I see him like kind of going like this. So I'm like, no, he's not. I looked over a bit more and I saw like the tip of his penis and I was like, Vanessa, try!
So I'll be Vanessa. This is exactly what she did. Phone here. She was like this originally. All she hears is
Vanessa, drive!
She looks over. She just drops her phone, pushes the accelerator. No hands on the wheel.
And
nothing.
then she's like,
and then after like out of there. Oh my god. So young'uns out there, first year university kids, underage kids with what's it called? Fake IDs. Get out of there before 2. Shit's about to happen.
Or it's gonna drop zone.
Drop zone.
Thanks for watching. Say hi to Grace.
Say bye to Grace.
Say bye to Grace.
Peace.
And bye. Bye.